Hi दोस्तों, welcome to the episode 1 of WDC Talks. In this episode, we will find out the meaning of few words that we might have heard or read somewhere but didn't know what they mean. Don't worry, we will learn together. So let's begin. Our first word is homophobia. Homophobia is basically hatred or prejudice against homosexual people. Homosexual people are those people who are sexually or romantically attracted towards people of same gender. Let's take an example. If any person thinks that a homosexual cannot be a part of army or cannot be a CEO of an organization just because of his gender identity or sexual orientation, then he is just being homophobic. Let's take another example. If Mr. Y says that he supports LGBTQ rights because it sounds cool nowadays and goes around and uses slurs like gay, chakka or meetha to insult people, then unfortunately Mr. Y is also homophobic. But wait, Mr. Y is not just homophobic, he is a big hypocrite too. So sorry Mr. Y, this is not cool. Anyways, leaving Mr. Y behind, coming to our next word, that is toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is a term used to describe the negative ways in which our society thinks about masculinity. It is a form of gendered behavior which tells us that men should always be powerful, should always be stoic and wealthy and have status. Our society expects from men that they should never cry. क्यों? क्योंकि मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. They should never cry because only girls do that. They should always be stoic and should always dominate women because that's what they are made for, right? If a man does household chores like washing utensils, cleaning or cooking food, then our society starts questioning his manliness. Why? This is the perfect example of toxic masculinity which we see around us. Toxic masculinity is considered a major factor of promoting rape culture and sexual and professional abuse of women by men. So in short, toxic masculinity is not just harmful for women, but even more harmful for men themselves. Our next word is misandry. Misandry is basically hatred or prejudice against men, especially by women. Let's understand it with the help of an example. If a woman feels that all men are womenizers or all men want to degrade or belittle women, then this is a perfect example of misandry. Let's take another example. If a woman expects a man to be always strong, to never cry, as crying would make him less of a man, then this is also an example of misandry. Our next word is misogyny. Misogyny is just opposite of misandry. It signifies hatred or prejudice against women, especially by men. Let's understand it with the help of an example. If Mr. X thinks that a woman cannot be a CEO of the company just because she will not be able to maintain a balance between her personal and professional life, then this is an example of misogyny. Let's take another example. If a man thinks that all women are gold diggers or want to degrade all men, then this is also an example of misogyny.
Our next word is Benevolent Sexism. Benevolent Sexism means evaluation of a gender which may look positive for an individual but is damaging the gender equality. For example, if somebody says that women needs to be protected by men, this might be true for some individual women, but generalizing it for the gender as a whole leads to the extensive damage to the identity of women. This word is Hostile Sexism. Hostile sexism is basically blatantly negative evaluation of a gender. So, for example, if somebody says that women are physically weaker than men, or women have less intellect than men, then these are the examples of hostile sexism.
That's it for today, guys. Now we will meet in the next episode with some new words. Subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and do share this video, yaar.